and to give you an update on all that's been going on in all things Voices Randomish as well as your gift. So if you got a few moments, just stay tuned because it's about to get lit. And also, as usual, after this broadcast, I'm going to want to know what's your frequency. So I'm going to introduce in a few moments, I'm going to show you all my new studio that I have here. Uh, for the past few weeks, I've been working on my studio updates as well as opening my store, my brick and mortar store. I hope you can hear me here because I don't have my other microphone in, but next time when I do this broadcast, we'll do it off the computer so we have that. So I'm going to introduce you to my niece. This is Elliot, and she's going to be joining us on the podcast most often to talk about fashion, politics, and any other things because, as you know, it's Voices Randomish, fashion and facts. So fact of the matter is fashion is involved in every single aspect of our life. So Elliot, when you make sure when you're talking to the mic that you speak up a little bit so people can actually hear you. So I'm just gonna sit here with you and we're just gonna shoot the breeze for a few minutes because I know you have to leave it a little bit and I have a client coming in. So I'm gonna slide this over and hopefully we won't have any episodes here where anything is disconnected and this is about as far as it's going to go right now. So well, y'all know who I am because I'm always out here bothering y'all all the time, right? I recently retired and what happened is I ended up having to pivot. Remember when I did that video and I talked to you about how sometimes you buy clothing and it doesn't necessarily work out for you and you have to pivot into something else? Remember it was the Zara skirt and it was too long for me and I pivoted and I made it into a dress. So today we're going to share a little bit about what we've been doing just to kind of pivot in the face of the economy, right? A lot of things going on. So Elliot, why don't you go on and tell everybody? I hope y'all can hear us out there. If not, I'll make up for it next time. We're gonna sit up here real quick. So we'll have our microphones and everything, and so you can tell everybody a little bit about you. We got about 5 or 10 minutes. We just popping on to say hi. So again, this is my niece Elliot. So Elliot, tell everybody a little bit about your background and what you're pursuing. And you're gonna need to speak up so they can hear you because we don't have our mics on today.
Right. Okay. Well, I come from Appleton, born and raised. I've been here my whole life, and my goal really is to start my own business, be my own boss, because I've worked at Burger King past 6 years.
Okay.
And having those experiences, having been in the place of the follower, of the person who gets told what to do, it is not what I want in life. I realize my dream is to create my own business and provide opportunities for other people and, create a brand that's inclusive, for lack of better words.
And I like that whole aspect. Like when I was growing up, no one was ever encouraged to go out and get their own business. It was always find a job, work 50 years, go to college, and hopefully you'll die and somebody will give you a pension or something. Well, here I am at 66 and a half, a little over 66 and a half, fourth time in my life where my job has been moved away. So the fact that you want to take control of your destiny, I really admire that with young people and stuff. So what gives you the courage to just know that you could just step out there and do it? Because most of us are afraid.
That's true. I hope, honestly, if anything, the hope and the acknowledgement that you won't get there if you don't at least try. Trying and attempting never hurts, and failing honestly doesn't hurt either. I mean, it would hurt, if you want to succeed, but failure doesn't automatically equal, everything is falling apart. I think, taking chances is a big part of it, and not being afraid of the consequences of taking chances.
Yeah, I can agree because every time you take a chance and that thing doesn't work, you know not to try that again. It's an opportunity to just say, okay, I'm not going to do that one again. I got 1,000 things I could try, but now I only got 999. Right. So that's the whole thing about it. And so for us, what we're doing is we're partnering because we want to see, like, I know I think a certain way, and I know Elliot has her own way, but sometimes you can look at the same particular item, article, car, whatever it might be, fashion piece, and you'll see something that somebody else hasn't seen and it allows you to have a different perspective. And that's what being inclusive in thought is it isn't even just about people. It's on everything. Just being open to what's possible.
Exactly.
Right. So Voices Randomish, our opportunity and our goal is always to inspire, uplift, and motivate through dialogue as we engage. You'll hear perspectives from myself, and then Elliot will also share her perspective again. The perspective of someone who's 20 is going to be different from someone who's 66 and a half, right? But I say that to say this: all things are valuable, and it's about having access to the media mode and the methodologies that allow you to use your voice in a positive way.
Exactly.
Any final notes for people today when they see us next time? The next time y'all see us, we're going to have a real topic. We'll be talking about something.
Right, we'll have a microphone maybe too.
Yeah, we'll have our mics on and everything. There'll be a big one in the room, the speaker or something. So, any final, this is motivational. What's Tea Kettle Talk Tuesday? Normally on Mondays, I give you something motivating, and today is Tuesday. I'm just really excited that the sign to my store is up, okay? All right? So that's for me. I'm grateful today for that. What about you?
I'm grateful that I got to make more lip gloss.
See
I
that?
got to make more lip gloss when I actually wanted to.
So y'all look out because the lip gloss is coming. Tell everybody what the name of your lip gloss is.
Artie's Shop. I am the owner and creator of Artie's Shop.
So look for Artie's Shop. It'll be on the shelves here at Your Gear at Cleo's, Clelles. And I'll give you a walkthrough on the store the next time when we're around. And on that note, I want everybody to have a really great week. And of course, all things possible out here. We want to know what your frequency is on pivoting in life. Have you ever had to really just start over again? And if so, how did you adjust? We'll talk to you next time on Voices Randomish. We want to thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day. See ya.